welcome to the Tavern Chat Podcast. I am your host, Eric Tenkar, your bartender in the OSR, your main proprietor at the Tenkar's Tavern blog, Discord server, media group, Facebook group, Twittering, and Instagram. So, yesterday I spoke about yesterday's deal of the day and how they threw in all cops are bastards at the end of the item description, or the product description, and I made a complaint to DriveThru, and DriveThru, within an hour and a half, the offensive language was removed from the product description. Then the product was down, and then all 4 titles from that publisher were down. That wasn't my intention. My intention was just to have the offensive phrase removed.
But it sounds like that's what happened, that they removed the phrase, and then somebody said, I'm taking my toys and going home.
Well, that is quite likely. Now, on the blog side, I had given an update as to what had happened, and there were a number of comments. Not all of which I pushed through on the blog side because I want to address them. And the pissing match that's going on, you'll see what I'll talk about in a second, just wasn't appropriate for the blog. So, some normal comments, some sane comments. Crossplaying is good on you and good on them. Somebody anonymous. It's a number of anonymous ones here, by the way, folks, just so you know. Anonymous, good eye and well done. Then we have Adam Thornton. Fuck you and fuck them. There you go. And that's always a sign of intelligence. Not that I don't say fuck you a lot. Don't get me wrong. But there's not even anything beyond the fuck you part. By the way, not to sorry, but there's another anonymous one. Fuck you, you fucking fascist. Because apparently being offended by somebody putting politics into an item description, that's what that really is, right? It's politics. And I would have made the same complaint. I will admit, I wouldn't have been offended if it had said Blue Lives Matter, but I still would have made the complaint because they're putting politics into an item description. It's nonsensical. It doesn't belong there. There's no reason for it. But what else do we have? Oh, wait, we're getting more into the anonymous stuff here. I think you just kind of proved the point. Emmett Fitzhume, I'm surprised, pleasantly so, that they took action like that. Good for them. Now we go back to anonymous. Oh, this one's a long one. But it's a long one, and yet they don't have the cojones, they don't have the balls to put their name to it. So I'm probably not going to read it all because it is long. But you sit here letting offense after offense happen in this community, letting it tear itself apart, only going after easy targets. You'll throw shade at people who were driven out of this community decades ago. All right. Now, there's a couple more paragraphs about this. They're upset, by the way, that I criticized the... I whined and moaned because somebody criticized older modules as being terrible and awful. No, I wasn't. My issue was, again, the political statement that was being made. I think I said this pretty well. I don't like politics in my gaming. I don't care whether it's coming from the left, the right, up, or down. Don't care what color is behind it. I don't care what the intentions are behind it. Politics does not belong at my gaming table, and I don't want to find it in the products that I'm buying. But I certainly don't want to see it in it's supposed to hook me on the deal of the day when you throw in all rights reserved, all cops are bastards. So no, I think I made a valid complaint. Now people are upset. Why are they upset? They're upset because, well, maybe they are linked to the person or people behind the item, the publisher in question. Or they're the same people that were offended by me a while back when I pointed out that Alex McCree, or Macris, had a new product out, and I highlighted it, and I got inundated from, shouldn't I say inundated? There were 3 or 4 ass wipes that basically accused me of being a bigoted racist because I dared mention that Alexander McCree had a new product out. I think the offense truly is that I will not be coerced, and I will not be controlled. I will not be told what is a politically correct topic for me to talk about, or that I shouldn't complain. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm getting people from both sides mad at me because here I'm being called. Remember, I'm being called a fascist. I didn't realize Tenkar. Just from disappointed. I didn't realize Tenkar was a Marxist supporting censorship. Maybe you should move to a country that has free speech. So now, am I a fascist or am I a Marxist? So I'm being accused by the left and I'm being accused by the right, which means I'm doing something correct. All right. If both extremes, and this is what we're talking about. We're talking about the fucking extremes. All right. If the extremes have problems with me, I'm doing right. Yes. Oh, yes. I pointed out Bob Bledsoe II's bigoted and racial rants. Yes, I did. I got flack for that. You know what? You got a problem with what I say, whether it's on the podcast or what I post on the blog? Don't listen. Don't read. Really. Oh, by the way, the person that called me a Marxist realized, by the way, that their comment did not go up right away. And then, oh, you censor comments too. What a hypocrite. Where's the hypocrisy here? Again, I censor. My comments all have to be moderated. Anybody who comments, not because it makes life easier for me. It's a pain in my fucking ass. But it stops 2 things. Most importantly, it stops the daily spammers that somehow Google cannot stop from getting their come to my website in Bangladesh or Thailand, wherever else, and it prevents people from, sliding in attacks. But they're getting their moment of fame. But people were offended. This is spiral bound, by the way. So it had to go. Whenever someone is offended, the thing must go. That is the way of the world now. Don't protest this too much. You might offend somebody. Again, I wasn't complaining about the product. I wasn't. I was complaining about the nonsensical addition that was thrown in because somebody, I'm going to guess, is anti-police, anti-cop. That's fine. You can be so. I'm sure you can write a product about it. But throwing it into a product description... And by the way, they also had dildo in the product description. And I don't believe this was behind the adult paywall at DriveThru, the 18 and older section. So that might be why things got deleted. Just a thought. If the asshole that put that up and was trying to game the system is listening, you got what you wanted, right? You got that attention. And that's always what it comes down to, I would guess, is getting their attention. Don't you know the line is, this is from J Money. Don't you know the line is when Eric here is personally offended. When it's objectionable because of that, it's not censorship. Duh! This isn't censorship. This is somebody who was obviously gaming the system. And, by the way, it was pointed out to me, and I find it interesting. I don't know if you all remember December during, I guess, PAX, when everybody at DriveThru was at a convention, somebody put up a game. I think it was Police Procedure or Police Procedural. That was all about being basically racist cops. Real great topic. Personally, yes, I would find it offensive. But, hey. And somebody complained, it wasn't me, didn't even know about it. Until they apparently made the claim that DriveThru had removed it and changed the item description to be an announcement that it was removed for objectionable material for attacking a minority group, police. And it wound up being that, and DriveThru could show it, that these people, the publisher, had written that themselves and then went all over Twitter claiming that this was removed because it was attacking police. And then they pulled all this stuff down to claim that DriveThru banned them. Well, you know what? I think in the end, DriveThru banned them for trolling them. Now, was this another attempt to troll? There are similarities. Somebody pointed out wording in this description. I don't remember the wording in the original game that was banned back in December, but that was obviously AntiCop. This is AntiCop. Just, it's curious. Am I looking into it? Yes. I don't know if I can prove anything. Probably can't. But it's certainly an interesting trail to follow. Again, if you don't like what I say, if you don't like what I write, you don't have to read it. You don't have to listen to it. DriveThru certainly didn't have to do anything more than give me a form letter. Obviously, they realized that was offensive material too. And I was offended, so it's because it said, all cops are bastard. It was sneaking in politics, blatantly sneaking in. And I know the narrative out there is defund the police. I understand it. Don't need it in a product description that has nothing to do with it, right? On DriveThru, an RPG product, right? Why is it there? Because somebody's sticking around. Really. That's what it comes down to. But, yes. Do I find material, and it's going to come up, so I might as well address it now. They can be like, well, he's offended by all cops are bastards, but when Zach Smith's products, he's not offended by it. I think Zach is a vile human being and a piece of shit. However, I believe that his writing, by and large, but there are exceptions, I've mentioned them. I think Fornheim is crap. I think a lot of what he's written is exceptional material for gaming. This product, this deal of the day, could have been exceptional. I don't know. I'm not the one that had it removed. I'm not the one that played a game in the description. Zach stuff you're not going to find out there right now, right? Because it's all been pulled. Pulled because of his actions or accusations against him. It wasn't like Zach gave a big fuck you to DriveThru RPG. Well, actually, James Raggy did, I guess, when he said Zach Smith did not write this. Yeah, that was a fuck you to RPG now. But I've got no issues with whoever wrote this. I have an issue with whoever wrote the product description and then tossed that little piece in. And if it was part of the game material, it's part of the game material, but it wasn't. They were trying to get free eyes on it. Hey, look at that. We're deal of the day. Everybody's going to look at our product, and we're going to end our description with, oh, cops are bastards. We're going to game the system. I think they failed the gaming of the system. That's what it comes down to, folks. Really. And yes, I certainly believe that there are folks out there that believe that I have influence in the gaming community and I don't use it for purposes that they see I should. That I don't take up causes. Right? I don't take up causes. Why should I? It's not part of my gaming. I separate gaming from politics. Obviously, the person who posted this item description could not. So if you have an issue with me on a personal basis because you feel that you have causes that you believe in, and I don't back your causes, don't take this personally. But go fuck yourself. All right? I'm sorry. Go fuck yourself. I don't care about your causes. I don't care about any of it. I care about gaming. So if you bring your shit into gaming and in a way that is offensive, maybe, God forbid, my influence gets used on that. Again, I had no intention of having any publisher removed from DriveThru RPG. I don't believe I did. Let alone have that product removed. Unless it were game in the system. Unless they were linked to that company I was playing the games with DriveThru back in December. And wouldn't that be interesting if that's the case? And all I did was bring it to their attention. Play stupid games, win stupid prizes is really what it comes out to be. Right? Because that was a stupid game to play, but putting it at the end of the item description. Over and done. Folks, we're in the midst of a pandemic. I am not a medical professional. I would suggest that you take actions to keep yourself, your family, your friends healthy and safe. And if you have any questions, seek the advice, the help of a medical professional. Be safe, be well, God bless. Roll those dice. And I will talk with you, God willing, tomorrow. Later, folks.